If you're struggling to keep a conversation going, or you don't know what to say, or you're fearful of conversations and want to get better, I got 2 activities that I'm going to go over today that is going to change your life when it comes to that perspective. Once you start initiating these into your everyday life, into your practice, you're really going to change on the inside. Your confidence is going to grow, and you're going to be able to talk to anybody that you ever wanted and have an in-depth conversation every single time that you want. Now, what is the first challenge activity that I want you to go over? And this is where you analyze each sentence that was just finished from the person before that they spoke. And I want you to find a word in there, just one word, and start off your sentence with that one word and kind of snowball from there. It can be funky sometimes, it's creative, it might be a little bit interesting and weird at first, but eventually you start to get used to it. And let's say the sentence that I just used before. I could start off my next sentence with the topic of weird. Weird is something that I really like to stay away from. Away, speaking of away, I'm headed to blank sometime later. Notice how the sentences utilize a word from the previous sentence. So that is an activity that I challenge you to do. And once you do that, your conversation will be endless. It'll keep going on and on. It'll be like a spider web as well. It'll never stop until you decide to. Now, what's the second challenge activity? I like to call it name it wrong. And this is what I mean. Let's say I have an accessory, a watch. When I see it, I don't want to say watch. I want to list a word that is something completely different. Let's say panda. So by doing that, it increases your spontaneity, the way that you can think of different topics to pull into, let's say for example, a conversation where you're talking about something. You got to naturally find a right transition, but you can pull on a different topic just like that because you're able to think so quickly about different objects, different things, different scenarios. And you kind of just do that as a little game. You can either do it with somebody or you do it yourself. You just look around in your everyday world and you point at something and you call it something else. You point at another thing. And what you want to do as you get a little bit more fluent with that is to go faster so that your mind can't think. Or, of course, you can do this as well, is you think about something that is not actually within the environment that you have or the topic that you just talked about before. Let's say I looked at the watch and I said orca. I don't want to go to the next item and say water because that's related. To some extent, because there will be some sort of association, but we want to stay away from very tight-knit associations just for the fact that that way you can branch out further and look into different conversation topics and styles. So those are 2 activities that I challenge you to do and get right on, even starting right now and today, right after this video. Once you start that, you'll realize the shift and change. It might be weird at first, but once you do it, you start to gain the confidence. You'll be able to go a little bit faster. Then naturally, as your conversations go, because you embedded that in your subconscious mind, it'll pull out naturally. And what you can do as well is, hey, why not call up a friend, do the exact same thing, or when you're walking or socializing, do the same thing. Challenge each other to play this little game just for fun. It could be a nice icebreaker too, just naming things wrong. But nonetheless, here are some key ideas and activities that can help you keep a conversation going. That's it, guys. I appreciate you for making it this far. If you want more videos like this, press the subscribe button. And if you have any ideas or concepts that you want me to cover, utilize that comment section down below. Again, appreciate it. Take care. Bye now.